Okay, good morning and welcome to another version or video on Ag Talk and Raw. As you can see, I've got a different hat on because, well, that shiny bald head, and they create shadows. But anyways, this is offered on the website. If you want to, you're more than welcome to stop over there. We've got something else that's coming up on there. This little guy right here, it's probably backwards when you're viewing this. Maybe not, I don't know, but it says farming. The art of losing money while working 400 hours a month to feed people who think you're trying to kill them. You may or may not have seen this. This is not the colors. These are just a sample that Teresa sewed up. Very expensive one, by the way. It's not cheap and easy, like this young lady right here. You're not cheap and easy. That's a terrible thing. She just came out of the bedroom with a smile on her face. Ain't that something? So anyways, I'm putting up this particular video because I'm getting so many questions on the last video that I just really have to step up my game here. So there's a couple of questions that are in the likely spam, which one just so happened to be Elm Custom Harvesting. And I do have some advice for him, and I'm going to say it right here. He's more than welcome to subscribe to this channel. I have no problem with him. We kind of work things out through via Facebook. We're different people. We have different farming styles, and I think that we kind of went at one another in maybe not the best of professional or YouTuber fashion. I mean, it's so easy to get into drama on YouTube, so maybe we took the wrong road, but I think we've worked it out, and I'm going to actually read his comment. It ended up in the likely spam with two others. I'll read theirs first, then I'll get to his. But it says, recent update, unsubscribed from all my YouTube subscriptions. That's been happening a lot to me. People are not unsubscribing from my One Lonely Farmer site. They are just getting unsubscribed by, whether it's the algorithm, Google, who the hell knows, some crazy guy that they hired that says, unsubscribe, unsubscribe, and goes nuts like that. And here we got Ontario Ag Guy. He has a YouTube channel. He's asked me to check it out. I haven't had time. I just read this thing like 4 minutes ago. But if anybody's out there and wants to check out Ontario Ag Guy, he says, hey Wes, I'm a 13-year-old and I love your videos. Also, I really like the way you think. Also, I have two questions for you. One, could you talk about why you would not buy Allis-Chalmers or Gleaner? And two, could you maybe check out my YouTube channel? Okay, so Allis-Chalmers and Gleaner. Allis-Chalmers is out of business. They went out of business back in 1984. Oh, my color choice is just awful, isn't it? Pink and green? Oh, awful. Anyway, and I'm drinking coffee. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Can you believe that? Yeah, I just love Harry Potter. All right, so Allis-Chalmers went out of business in 1984. They were bought up by AGCO Corporation, or Deutz. I believe Deutz bought them, and then Deutz sold them to AGCO or whatever. I'm not even sure how the lineage went. But they just don't excite me. And when I was a kid, my dad tested one out. And I mean a little kid, 1977. Yes, 1977. I'm actually that old. I was born in 1972. But in 1977, we had an Allis-Chalmers 7045. I believe that was the number. I remember it. Might have been 76. 76? Might have been 76, and then we bought the 4430 in 1977. It sat up in the pasture where the grain bin sits right now. The grain bin hadn't been built yet, or it was just getting started. I think it was that summer that it just got started, and it just had so many problems that it wasn't worth us running it, buying it. So there was a dealer over in Flemington, New Jersey that had it. So anyways, but that's it. We had a Gleaner M. Didn't last a year and a half. We swapped that off in 1976 for the TR70. So yeah. And now we'll get to Elm Custom Harvesting. Is I built my empire in farming without the help of anybody. So yes, I'm a very defensive person when they try to tear it down. I don't think everybody's trying to tear you down, Eric. I think they're asking you questions. I mean, I can't speak for those people. I get the phone calls too, and they ask me, well, why in the hell do I use spikes over grabbers, or why am I in the mulch business over, quality hay business, and things like that. And I believe you even had some questions about that as to the viability of my business. And, that's fine. I'm a pretty open person. Simplicity and volume over complication and quality. That's it. I mean, it's right there. It says, so if you want to see cows, corn harvesting, baling hay, waxing equipment, check out my channel. I'm sure I'll get blocked. I'm not blocking you on this channel. You're not doing anything that's awful on here, and I'm not tearing you down or saying anything negative to you. So that's spent 5 minutes of time dealing with that. So now I'm going to go on to the other questions. Am I a self-taught mechanic, or did I go to school to learn it? Well, for the most part, I did not do well in school at all. I was a terrible student. I didn't do homework. I was more interested in, I don't know, running down to the creek and shooting shotguns and, tearing engines apart when I was 10, 11, 12 years old than I was in doing school. So the answer to that is no, I did not go to school to learn how to tear engines apart, but I did learn how to read, and I did learn how to use feeler gauges and micrometers and things like that. So that's all you really need is to overhaul an engine, is to be able to read, comprehend, and understand the tools. And stop pounding on the desk. Isn't that what somebody said? Don't pound on the desk. Is this bothering you by any chance? Does this bother you? Anyway. Oh, God. What do I think of electric tractors? I think they probably do have their place on farms, just not my farm. Could you imagine me running 16 hours with an electric tractor? I couldn't imagine it, because I don't think they last that long. I think they're like a 6-hour deal right now. So yeah, what am I going to do? Run around with a generator to repower my tractor, burning diesel fuel just to go back to work and waste 2 hours of baling hay? For me, it's not going to work. And here's something that I hold dear and near to my heart. It's funny, since the quota has lifted, the milk prices are the highest with years, which I'm pretty sure this is a foreign person, maybe from Belgium, I'm not sure. Far from many have been fucked over. Average cow size in my area has raised by 12 cows in the last 5 years. Cannot see it have thousands of cow farms anywhere. It is forecasted that farm numbers will stay the same, but cow numbers will rise to some similar farmers will leave with the bigger farms replacing, but it won't be drastic changes. Okay, that's how it starts. All right, I mean, this video is going to be too damn long, but that's how it starts. You get one or two guys that are like, you know what, I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to stay at my 120 cows, if that's the quota. I think that's what it was in Belgium when I was there in 2014. 120 cows. I'm staying there. I'm not going to do any more work. This is bullshit. I think that it should be fine. But you get Joe Schmo all around you. All these other Joes, that are farming in your area. And I'm pounding on the desk again. Anyway, you get all those other guys, and they're like, hey, you know what? If I just put on 10 more cows, that would really boost my income a little bit. So you get 100 guys, and then there's that one guy that's just stuck at 120, and they put 10. One guy puts 10 on, another guy puts 20 on, the other guy puts, like maybe 10 more, whatever, something like that. But the average goes up, and he said in here 12 cows. So we got 10 to 15 cows more in your area, and within your county or province or whatever it is you guys call it over there, there's, say, 100 farmers, and then they each put on 12 cows. That's 1,200 cows. There's 1,200 more cows in your area. So you, and 1,200 more cows, of course it doesn't happen overnight, but what happens is they're making more milk. You're making the same amount of milk. They're putting a surplus onto the market, and the price is going to drop. So now you're not making any money. You're because the profit margins on dairy are so thin that you have to be you have to be competitive with your neighbor. And then, you're going to get this one guy. There's just going to be one guy. There always is. And he's like, hey, you know what? These guys are making good money at 185 cows or 135 cows where they used to do with 120. All it's going to take me is 500 cows. Mom and dad over here are going bankrupt, and son and daughter are going bankrupt over here, and blah, 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 so far and so forth. You get that one guy, and he's in the middle of those 4 or 5 people that are going bankrupt, and boom, mega dairy. It starts. They plant that seed, and boom, we got 500 cows. 500 cows just ate up all those other guys, then they're like, hey, you know what? We got more ground, because we got this dairy here and that dairy there. So they're supplying heifers to us, and this guy's supplying, grain to us. Let's put on another 500. Next thing you got 1,000 cows, and then the price starts to go down. So now your county or province, it just went from a steady, say there was 100 farmers and there was 120. There's 12,000. There's 12,200 cows in that area. And now there's 15,000 cows, or there's 20,000 cows, because everybody has bumped up their numbers. Your milk price is going to fall. And then as that goes, the other guys that only have 12 cows on, it's just a domino effect. Boom. All the way down until there's mega dairies. You're going to have the small guy is going to have 5,000 cows. The big guy is going to have 25,000 cows. And you're all going to be working for those dairies if you want to stay in the farming business. You're either going to be leasing your ground out to them, or you're going to be growing grain for them. And that's just the way it's going to be. So quotas, keep your quotas. You'll be a happier bunch. That's just me here. I'm not the most intelligent guy in the world, but I do kind of observe what goes on here. All right. Could I use some extra help in the spring and the summer? Yes, but I will not hire anybody. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm just not into that. I can just buy machines and take the human element out of it. I know it sounds terrible, but it's easier for me to buy a bigger sprayer than it is to deal with somebody that doesn't show up to work, doesn't want to work late, gets their girlfriend pregnant, has to go and do whatever the hell it is they got to do. So I've been there, done that, no good. LOL, I was worried about this new channel. I had visions of Wes sitting in front of the camera with no clothes on. I was thinking of doing that one time, but YouTube has gotten to the point where they are just so incredibly picky about what it is. You know what I should do is just put a Teletubby suit on and go, and then maybe that'd be a whole show, because that's what YouTube's guidelines will be. No more swearing, no more anything. I mean, you can't even show a firearm on the YouTube channel anymore. You can't even say that word. I should probably delete it because they're going to kick me off. Good job on the channel. I'm going to find it 8430 for you. Hey, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate that. It's really cool. Big Tractor Power, check his channel out. He says he's going to send me one, an 8640 or 8630. It's an 8430. 8630, 8430, they're the same tractor, just a little turn of the screw. Yeah, come to Wales, maybe do a meet and greet. Solid people in Wales. I really honestly liked the Welsh border in the United Kingdom. What a gorgeous place to be. If I could take the day and just say, you know what, today I'm going someplace, I would definitely spend a lot more time along that stretch of land between England and Wales. It's beautiful. When am I planning to come to Ireland? It's money right now, it's money. Am I going to work on the John Deere B? Probably not this year, but it is definitely on the radar. I have to get it started. It's not that big a deal to get that one going. Last time my phone did a YouTube update, all my subscriptions were unsubscribed. Yep, you're not the first one to say that. Let's see. Agreed on those rotary rakes, and why don't you look at a John Deere 544K front loader? Because it's too small. I think it's too small. I think that's a European model. I don't think it's anything to do with the United States. I don't know. The 741 would work on the 7810, or the 841 will work on the 8120. I'm looking for a used one. I'm not going to buy a new one. It's too expensive. Wow, there's so many questions here, and this thing is getting long. Michael Nicholson, Wes, do you ever want to go into any type of livestock like beef, cows, or something else? Yeah, I actually do, but again, there's such a dramatic change in the, I may do it. Honestly, I'm thinking of getting a herd of about 120 and replacing, constantly replacing. I have a slaughterhouse that's looking for 10 animals a month, and if I can supply them 10 animals a month, then 10 come in, 10 go out, 10 come in, 10 go out, and just keep that rotation going. So it'd take probably 4 years to get up to that level where I'm, where I'm constantly putting them in and taking them out. So probably about 2 to 4 years. 2 to 4 years to get that. So to do 120 animals a year, 150 animals is what it'll take. 150 to 160 animals is what it'll take. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. How do I get more subscribers? Keep doing what you're doing. Put up good content. Don't get into arguments with stupid people. That is one thing I have learned. If you're arguing with stupid people, you're not going to get subscribers. Because people that are in drama like to be in drama. But people that don't like to be in drama, which is probably the majority of people, they like to see non-drama channels. And if you're projecting drama, you are going to have no subscribers. Would you do a first-person view when raking or doing any work? I always do first-person view. I mean, I'm in it all the time. I don't know if you're talking about... Oh, wait, here's a long one. Aaron Smith. Hey, Wes, just found this channel. I noticed you were talking milk quotas. Although I don't have an understanding how that system works, I can tell you that living in New Brunswick, close to the Maine border, I've been there, that a lot of people in the area buy big quantities of milk in the U.S. Because the price here is about double, $4.50 per half a gallon. Most everything here is more, for example, gas, beer, auto, parts, and lower Canadian dollar has most to blame, but never really reflects the price of the goods, as the government that triple taxes the shit out of everything. Main gas comes from here and is usually a lot less. Well, I know that. That's your universal health care kicking in. There's like a 25% tax on everything over there. I mean, everything. I bought a sandwich when I was in Canada one time, and this has been back in 1992 or 93. 1993? I don't know. Whatever. 1990 something. Tim was born in 94, so it was 93. I went up there and I bought a sandwich that would have cost $1.25 here, and it was $5 Canadian. I was like, what the hell? For over $5 Canadian. I about died. Yep, getting up there. Hey, Wes, we cap tractor horsepower at 100? I say we cap tractor horsepower at 100. People will just buy more 100 horsepower tractors. No, that's not happening. With the people in agriculture actually playing in the dirt, declining, and the people that are benefiting from those, those declining numbers, you need bigger tractors. Less people in the field, bigger equipment, doing more work in an hour and a day is the way it's going to go. Because, let's face it, the young generations, even though that farming is really cool, they're not getting into it like I did. And I'm old now, man. I'm 45 years old. I'm looking at, holy shit, I'm going to be doing this for another 20 or so years. And then I'm going to be thinking, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm taking the steps today so that when I do get to the point where I say, you know what, screw this, I can retire and lease out the land that I have. And, let somebody else do it. I'm not selling it for houses, that's for sure. My grammar is awful. Yep. Oh. Could you do a video on basics buyings of used tractors? Yes, I should do that. There are a lot of things that I can show people about buying a used tractor that would save them a lot of aches and pains, especially on the older ones. Older tractors can be used and abused, and that's that. I had my volume mixed on a laptop. It was still a little hard to hear. You know what? I'm sorry. There's just a lot goes on in here, and I don't know. Maybe the next video I'll get everything put together that your headset will work. How about some tips on how to grow your channel? I find your channel intriguing since you are not a girl with giant boobs. You know those channels, and all you're doing is shooting random videos of stuff you do every day on a farm. I find the hate talk from some of your viewers a bit baffling. If they don't like you, why are they watching? But you are up to 90,000 subs, which is pretty amazing. Do you find that you get more subs when you post random daily videos or when you post high quality videos once a week or so? And let me also say that farming full-time plus running such a large channel is quite a balancing act. Good job. And you know what? Here's a picture of a girl. I don't know if she's got big boobs or not. I can't see, but She's kind of cute, got a nice little hat, and I didn't even look to see whether it was a girl, but it says WT Farm Girl. Um, I am not a girl with big boobs. um, I do shoot random videos. I do all kinds of stuff. I call myself. I guess I could say that I have a variety channel, and I think it keeps it fresh. You know, I was getting a little tired of posting hay videos. You know, oh my God, I'm gonna go bale hay today. You know, I'm gonna go bale hay today. I'd rather be baling hay, spraying soybeans. If I could show shooting deer, I would, but I'm not shooting deer anymore. Um, there's just so many things that I do in the course of a day: fixing tractors, changing oils, greasing machines, taking trips, road trips to go buy parts, stopping off at things like that. People want to see the daily lives of a farmer. I post every day because I enjoy doing it. And One Lonely Farmer just posted a video. Can you imagine that? So it is a balancing act, and it's tough sometimes. My day generally starts somewhere between 3:30 and most days it's 4 and 5:30. I don't get up any later than 6 o'clock. If I get up at 6 o'clock, it means that I ran doubles the day before. Growing the channel, variety. You know, unless you got big boobs, then just a bunch of horny guys going to be watching your big boobs. That's about it. I just dropped my chair. You know, that's just it. I don't know. A little controversy once in a while. Stay away from politics and religion, things like that, and you'll go far. As far as view grabbing, and I told a young man by the name of Travis Evie the other day that you know, your title is everything, and your tags are second to that. So if you're feeding your chickens, you're feeding organic chickens. And things like that, because a lot of people right now are into organic foods and healthy foods, range chickens and versus cage chickens, and my chickens eat bugs and natural stuff. You use that word natural, you know, it's all in titles and tags. So maybe that'll help you out. I'm going to check out your channel when I'm done here, because I'm slightly intrigued as to what you're putting up there, because honestly, all the girl channels that were in agriculture are gone. There's nothing, unless you're on the Nuts and Berries program, but I don't know. But if there is a girl program out there, a girl farming program out there, the minute a woman gets criticized for doing something, you know, that she normally does, and they get a little sensitive and they quit. And, you know, I hope that's not you. If you're starting a farming channel, I'd like to actually have, I think a woman in the farming field would have an awesome channel. There was a girl that I was watching. I mean, she did really good. I can't remember her name now because she hasn't posted anything in about 3 years. She got pregnant, had a baby, and boom, done. And she had like, I mean, she had like 10 videos and almost 100,000 subscribers because she was a woman. So yeah, and boobs never hurt. So anyways, I guess that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry, I just cannot get to all these questions. It's crazy. But I'll keep pecking away at them, and hopefully I'll answer yours and you'll enjoy these videos. If not, hey, I'll see you next time.